stay off the weed. It's stay off the weed. And you can't stay off the weed. Stays off the weed. You couldn't stay off the weed. Stay off the damn weed. And they don't listen. Stupid. Sit there and stay on the weed. What's next? I don't know. Codeine, weed, alcohol. What's next?
Hello and welcome back to another episode of today's highlight, where we are going to be discussing, I'm sure you've heard in the news, all on social media, about my girl Sha'carri Richardson being revoked from running in the Olympics that are taking place in Tokyo this year. And I'm wanting to speak today about it because I feel like my community, or the minority community, as though I'm happy to see a lot of people are sticking up for her, speaking out, I'm also a little confused as to why we are going so hard for someone that had come forward and admitted what she did was wrong. When do we stop and say to ourselves, you know what? I'm going to stand up for her and say I'm proud of her taking a stance and admitting her wrong, not making excuses. That shows real maturity. And then leaving it at that. Now, I completely understand how a lot of people feel that weed is not a enhancing drug, but we're missing the bigger picture here. There are rules you must follow. And in the rules and guidelines of the Olympics, it is stated you cannot smoke weed. So therefore, because of that being a rule, we have to stand as a unit and just say, Sha'carri, I commend you on the maturity, and I will be there to root you on when you are able to run again, because we know this will not be the last we see of you. You're the fastest girl in the United States right now. Do you know how big that is? Do you know? And I feel that if everyone wasn't so quick to just want to be relevant, or in the words of social media, clout chase, and see the bigger picture, I feel that my sister would have been running in the Olympics, that the relay team would have said, you know what, she made a mistake, but let's give her this opportunity to run in the relay and stand with us and represent the United States. But because it caused such a tornado within the news and social media news, I feel like Tokyo and the Olympics and even the people that were the relay coaches was like, you know what? We don't want to take away from everybody else that is in the Olympics that did the right thing and have this become just a Sha'carri Richardson show, because that's not fair to everyone else. And I truly believe in my heart is why the relay coaches decided to say, we're not going to move forward with Sha'carri. We're going to move with other people. Now, does that make it right? I say yes and no. I say yes and no because, one, I feel that the relay coaches are allowed to make whatever decision they feel is best for the team. And then I say no because I feel like it's an opportunity that's being taken away from a young sister who made a mistake. Nothing that is detrimental to causing her to look as a cheater or someone that looks like they were dishonoring herself with running. It was just a simple mistake of doing something that she shouldn't have done. And it's costing her so much after all the hard work she's done. I feel like with this example, it's something that maybe the Olympics need to look into as to maybe changing the rules now that weed is legal throughout the United States. And like Dwayne Wade tweeted, making this a fine perhaps. Because, this is extreme though. I feel it's extreme because I feel like you're taking an opportunity from someone that made a mistake that they should be able to bounce back from. It's not like she's out here stealing money. It's not like she's out here trying to make the USA look discreditable, if that is even a word. But you get what I'm saying. And I feel that the Olympics only come around every 4 years, and because of that, it should be different rules implemented for something like this. A fine of maybe $500, something that would make them not want to do it again. But I also feel like there should be stipulation guidelines as well that are tiered toward depending on why you did what you did. Because she says she did it because she found out her biological mother passed away while she's getting interviewed. That would hurt anybody. I mean, just think about it. I couldn't imagine probably one of the best days of my life turning into one of the most heartbreaking days of my life as well. Finding out through somebody you don't know that your biological mother has passed on and she's not there to share that with you. You know, that probably would cause anybody to do something they don't really mean to want to do. But in that state of mind at that point, you're just hurt. And I feel like in this type of situation with Sha'carri, that's where she was. I mean, she's 21. Scientifically, they state that the mind doesn't mature. Now, it used to say 21, but they've bumped it up now to 25. So that should be put into consideration too, you know. I don't know. I just feel like it's just a sad, heartbreaking situation. And because of this situation, you have other athletes speaking out heartbroken because people are talking about boycotting the Olympics now because of this. And I don't know. That goes back to what I was saying earlier about people being clout chasers or wanting to stay relevant by going to the extreme. I feel like, why would you boycott and not support the other people, other black athletes that did the right thing? You know, because some people are trying to make this a race thing. And in reality, I wouldn't go that far to say that. I would say she admitted she was wrong. If she didn't admit it or come out and say that, and it was in question if the test was tampered with, then we got a different story here. But she's come out and admitted she did wrong. So why should we not support other athletes that did the right thing to represent the United States? You got to think about that. I mean, you are having other athletes tweet out feeling heartbroken by hearing other pro athletes say that they refuse to watch the Olympics now because of what happened to Sha'carri Richardson. And I don't agree with that. Look at what Gabby Thomas had to say. See, I don't know about you guys, but I know I would never want my black kings and queens to think that their black or minority community is not behind them rooting for something such as wonderful as of accomplishment this is to represent the USA. You know, there's many that try and thousands that try, but only a select few will ever get to this point to be able to go to the Olympics and win, because that's what we're wanting them to do. We want them to win, but we don't want them stressing about people not watching either, you know? Basically, I say all of this to say is, you know, Sha'carri Richardson, I'm heartbroken that this had to happen, but sometimes God gives his toughest battles to his strongest people, and there is going to be a testimony that comes out of her situation. But right now, I feel like people need to just see the bigger picture. And please don't boycott the Olympics, because there are other black athletes out there that did the right thing that should be honored and celebrated for representing us, the United States as a whole. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Leave y'all thoughts in the comment box. I want to hear from you so we can start a discussion, and let me know your opinion on everything. Do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you not agree? Remember, it is my opinion, so please respect it, and everything will be good. So I hope you enjoyed this segment on Sha'carri Richardson. If you have other athletes you would love to see me do, just let me know. Please continue to be on the lookout for more videos to come in the future. I will continue to keep a close look on this story, and if any new development pops up, I will definitely let you know if I'm going to be speaking on it. Also, I just wanted to leave this last thing as well. Shout out to Nike for still standing behind Sha'carri Richardson. Much respect to them, and thank you. That speaks volumes as well. All right, guys, till next time. Bye.
Who's going to Tokyo? We're about to find out. Women's 100 is underway. JVN Oliver, a fantastic start. She's putting the pressure on Richardson. Here comes Sha'carri. Richardson's going to Tokyo, 10:87.
She ran that time lead into a headwind. The wind switched on them.